Have you ever stopped to think about how one simple digital tool could totally shake up finance for millions of people? It sounds kind of wild, right? Well, that's exactly the story of DigiLocker. So, let's get into it.
Okay, let's start with something I'm pretty sure we've all felt. You go to open a bank account, maybe apply for a loan, and bam, you're hit with a mountain of paperwork. I mean, we live in an age of instant everything, right? So why does finance still feel like it's stuck in the past?
Well, the simple answer is all that paper creates these huge bottlenecks. It just slows everything down, drives up costs, and honestly, it frustrates pretty much everyone involved. It's a system that has been begging for an upgrade for a long, long time.
We can really think of this old system as the financial paper chase. It's this endless race to collect, verify, and then submit stacks of documents. And the hidden costs, well, they're massive. Inefficiency, and more importantly, a whole lot of people getting left out.
So, what's the fix for all this? Well, this is where DigiLocker comes in. Think of it like a super secure digital wallet, but for your official documents. And the key thing here is that they're issued directly from the source. We're talking your ID, your address proof, your diplomas, you name it. Everything's already verified and ready to go, all in one safe spot.
Probably the easiest way to wrap your head around it is to picture DigiLocker as a digital key. Yeah, a single, trusted key that can unlock all these different complex systems. And it's starting with the really heavily locked doors of the financial world.
And once you have that key, well, that's when the whole process starts to transform. Let's take a look at how this one, kind of simple solution actually builds a totally new, streamlined system from the ground up.
All right, so the first thing you notice, and it is dramatic, is speed. Seriously. We're talking about processes that used to take days, sometimes even weeks, getting crunched down to just a few minutes. It's a total game changer.
Okay, so let's just quickly remember the old way, because this is probably going to sound familiar. First, you have to submit that big stack of physical papers. Then, someone at the bank has to sit there and manually check every single one, which, is slow and super easy to make mistakes. That leads to that long, anxious wait for approval. And of course, it drives up admin costs for the bank. Costs that, guess what, eventually get passed right on to us, the customers.
And this is where you can really see the difference. It's just so clear. On the one side, you've got the old paper bottleneck, slow, expensive, manual, and always getting delayed. But then you look at the DigiLocker flow, and it's the exact opposite. Fast, cheap, digitally verified, and instant. I mean, the difference is truly night and day.
And this leads to some really incredible quick wins. Those Know Your Customer or KYC checks that banks have to do, they become basically instant. Loan approvals that could drag on for weeks, way, way faster. Even things like government subsidies or insurance claims get processed super efficiently, just because all the proof is right there, already verified and ready to go.
But you know what? Speed is really only half the story. As amazing as that is, the true power of this digital key isn't just about making things quicker for people who are already in the system. No, it's about opening the door wide open for all the people who've been left on the outside looking in.
So, who are we talking about here? Who are the people that benefit the most from this? This, for me, is where the story gets really, really powerful.
I want you to think about the micro-entrepreneurs out there. The small shop owner, a local craftsperson. For people like them, getting a small business loan has often felt like an impossible dream, all because of the paperwork nightmare. But now, with their credentials all set and verified in DigiLocker, they can actually get the credit they need to grow their business.
Or what about families living in remote villages? For them, just getting to the nearest bank could mean a whole day of travel, plus losing a day's wages. That's a huge barrier. But with digital access to their documents, that barrier just disappears. It's a huge step toward ending their financial exclusion.
And this is a massive game changer for the millions of people in the informal economy. For the very first time, they have a straightforward, legitimate way to show who they are, to present their credentials, and to finally get a foothold in the formal financial system. This opens up doors to opportunities they've just never had access to before.
And this is so important. It helps make sure that welfare benefits and social support actually get to the people they're meant for. When you have verified digital documents, you have less fraud, less administrative mess, which means that aid gets delivered directly and way more efficiently.
So you can start to see, right? This isn't just about making things a little more convenient. Every single one of these benefits we've talked about creates this amazing ripple effect that spreads out across entire communities.
Let's actually follow that chain reaction for a second. It all starts with something simple, less hassle for one person.
That one person starts to have more trust in banks and other institutions. That growing trust then encourages more people to jump in and participate in the economy. And what's the end result? Stronger, more resilient communities for all of us.
And really, this quote just says it all perfectly. This isn't just a story about technology. It's an economic story. It's a social story. Greater inclusion supports economic participation and resilience across communities. It's all about building a much stronger foundation right from the ground up.
And that leaves us with a really fascinating thought to end on. We've just seen how one single digital key can unlock the incredibly complex world of finance. So the question I'll leave you with is this. What other doors could it open? Think about it. Education? Healthcare? What else is out there just waiting to be unlocked?